Stay around Minnesota just a bit longer and shift our focus to mobs of professional agitators, knuckleheads, and insurrectionists in the Twin Cities who are doing their very best to make life miserable for everyone who lives there. As spontaneous demonstrations and random displays of aggression continue to pop up throughout the entire area, a number of militant protesters are now sinking to an all-time low by venting their anti-ICE frustration on a pack of innocent police dogs used by Customs and Border Patrol officers. According to reports, the agitators actually infiltrated a kennel where those police canines are held when they aren't working, and they targeted a German Shepherd, gorgeous German Shepherd by the name of Dina, and they scrawled the words "ICE out" in large letters across the top of her feed chart. That's juvenile, man. In the meantime, the Department of Homeland Security says that anti-ICE mobs have modified their aggressive tactics and are now actively attempting to block federal law enforcement at nearly every turn. A crew full of fine, upstanding human beings. They say that, in particular, the ranting goons have taken to storming local gas stations when officers arrive there, surrounding those agents and then screaming profanities at them while they're simply trying to do a variety of everyday ordinary tasks, such as grabbing a snack at the convenience store. The DHS goes on to say that, among other despicable things, those protesters have also been throwing food at the ICE agents, spitting on them as well, and even tackling them like they were playing a game of football. They say that in response, the officers have been forced to use extreme crowd control methods to disperse some of the crowds. Meantime, Vice President J.D. Vance just paid a visit to Minneapolis, a brave guy to do that, to get a first-hand look at all the turmoil for himself, and he's blaming state and local officials for ICE's massive presence in the city. And I've been saying that all along. Goes on to say that right now, a lot of folks who are there are simply around to protect other ICE officers who are doing their jobs, that there's currently a high level of chaos going on, and that fortunately, a more integrated partnership is likely on the way between federal, state, and local authorities. Final thought now, and this is the News Roundup Lowdown. These outstanding human beings, these anti-ICE agitators, they should think about becoming deep-sea divers. A lot of money in deep-sea diving. Because when you target a police dog, that's about as low as you can go. You can't dive deeper than that. For these brain-surgeon protesters to march through city streets with those goofy banners that read "ICE out," they haven't put a great deal of critical thought into the program, and they're simply doing the bidding of ineffective and corrupt state and local leaders. Here's the deal. Minnesota is one of our nation's 52 states. Purposes of full disclosure, I've advanced the thought process. I added Canada and Greenland just for a good measure. And back to Minnesota, it doesn't stand alone. Rather, it's part of the United States, which has federal laws, and those laws are right now being enforced by federal ICE agents. For ground-level protesters, you're being suckered into doing the bidding of Governor Tim Walz, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, and a bunch of other dishonorable simpletons. Fighting lawful ICE operations is a fool's errand and meant to distract you from the larger problem, which is billions and billions of dollars, all lost due to an astronomical amount of fraud. Now, look, certain people have committed crimes in your state, and ICE operations are in place to take those criminals into custody and simply deport them. Interfering with federal agents is dangerous for everyone, for the agents, the suspects, and the general public. Now, for those in Minnesota, use extreme caution. Some would say that your governor right now is craving, frothing at the mouth for a civil war between the state and U.S. military. And it's a war he'll never win. And in the process, you're the ones who are going to lose, and lose big time.